owners are obviously hugely important to any racecourse. We've got our big meeting coming up, and we need the owners' support to put on the sort of racing and the sort of sport that we're selling to our customers. So owners are always important. As most racecourses now, we do much the same in terms of we give a free lunch every race day in their own private restaurant. There's an owners and trainers bar that actually I think is one of the better ones in the country in terms of overlooking our parade ring, which is one of the most beautiful settings I think in the country. And I think you should never take owner support for granted personally. So the other sort of third major ingredient, if you like, which is the prize money. And we've always taken investing as much as we possibly can at Goodwood into the prize money pretty seriously. Goodwood, well, last year we put an extra couple of million into the festival meeting, into Glorious Goodwood. And that had massive impact. And so hopefully we've gone some way to prove, certainly in our little corner of Sussex, that if you invest in prize money and you put the prize money up, you get the support from owners that we're all looking for. You get the sort of racing that we need at Goodwood to keep us on that sort of world stage, if you like, from a racing point of view. So I think it's an individual decision for racecourses in terms of how much revenue they decide to invest into prize money. But all I can say from a large independent point of view, it's one of the key areas for us. You've got to keep investing. Syndicates have been, it's not as if they've only just sort of arrived. They've been around for quite some time, and sort of personally, I've always thought it's a hugely important part of that ownership makeup, if you like, that way of introducing new owners into the sport. I won't say it's not without its problems, because most racecourses have limited space, and certainly for things like parade ring and winners' enclosure, where I know there is some frustration among some syndicates in terms of our ability to allow absolutely everybody to have the same level of experience as, say, a single owner would. But I think we all, certainly in terms of the large independents and the courses that I sort of deal with, I think we make every effort we can to make sure that those syndicate horses are looked after as well as we possibly can. The thing about the syndicates, as I say, is that you never know who's involved. So who's to say that someone who started as owning 1/100th of a racehorse isn't going to be the person that's going to own 100 racecourses in their own right in the next few years. So if that's the attitude that more racecourses take, I think that can only be good for the sport. We're portrayed as an incredibly divided sport. I've actually never thought we're quite as divided as some would think. I suppose I'm in the lucky position that I'm at a racecourse. So the racecourse is where, if anywhere, sort of you will see factions from the sport always come together because they're always on course. So, I can reel off plenty of instances of bookmakers being perfectly friendly with owners being perfectly friendly with racecourses, and racecourses being perfectly friendly with bookmakers as well. So, although there are obviously some differences of opinion, and although there are different sort of spectrums of views in terms of whether it's levels of funding or whether it's levels of contribution from the bookmaker, actually, on a day-to-day basis, I think the sport is probably more united than people from the outside may think.